feel like the system has failed you? The government has
Yes, I
failed you?
do.
Wow.
Because I grew up in the Vietnam War, when the Vietnam War going on, and they say to work would have lifelong liberty, which means freedom and pursuit of happiness, and this ain't happening, as you can see.
Right.
Payments no plan, we heard you was slacky, and I get that front end, back end, back end. I got your bitch trying to tap in, I made that bitch.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. It's your boy Tap Dub, and I'm back with a unorthodox interview today. So on the Tap Podcast, as you've seen from the previous clips, we have met my boy Job
Yes,
Smith, right?
Yes.
And we got him some food. He let us know that he was home. Well, first he let us know he was homeless. Then we got him some food, and now we're going to interview him and just kind of like get to know you a little bit, because homeless people don't really get to be heard, I believe, or from what I've seen, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I know everybody has a story to tell.
Yeah.
So can you just briefly describe and tell us about yourself right quick?
I grew up in Georgia. I worked all my life. They gave me a medical discharge from work, so I'll do this disability check so that I got, but they made me wait 5 years instead of waiting 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
After I got the check, that was in 1986, the check started in 89. I moved up here in 2001, and 9 years later they had took my check from me and gave me a payee, and ever since then I've been homeless. But
Wow.
the first 3 years up there, I was staying with my mother and my aunt. I was telling you, passed away at Good Sam Hospital.
Okay.
And I've been homeless ever since, going in and out of, they keep saying rehab, or mental institution, to get stabilized. But all that is a way to keep control of my finances so they can control me.
Right. So how long have you been homeless exactly?
I've been homeless 18 of the 22 years up here.
Wow, 18 out of 22 years you've been
You know,
homeless.
just going in and out of homeless shelters.
Right. Yeah, I was just about to ask, so how do you
dropping
survive
in.
being homeless?
Yeah, well, my payee, the people that control the people that my check go to, that's supposed to sit there in the apartment, they either wait till it's cold or stormy or hot, real hot, before they refuse to get me a place to stay. And all of a sudden become a problem. We have enough money to get me a place to stay.
Wow. So do you feel like the system has failed you? The government
Yes,
has
I
failed you?
do.
Wow.
Because I grew up in the Vietnam War, when the Vietnam War going on, and they say to work would have lifelong liberty, which means freedom and pursuit of happiness, and this ain't happening, as you can see.
Right, yeah. I agree
So
with
I did always ask. I finished school. I went to church.
that. So
I
you
finished
did
school.
college and stuff?
No,
Or you
I just
graduated high school at least?
graduated high school. Then I went to the workforce. I did always ask, and this is what I get for it. To come up here 49 miles from home and be homeless 18 out of 22 years.
Wow. Well, if you could change anything as far as the system, what would you change first?
The system has a law in it that you can't forward a government check, but that's what they're doing. Instead of sending it to me, they're sending it to them, and they give me and determine how it's being spent.
Right.
And they ain't spending it on the home. They got me community on. When I go up there, I have to wait outside, and they come outside and talk to me, bring me a little $135 a week, and then they, I'm not even allowed in the building.
$135 a week?
Yes.
Wow, that's not nearly a livable wage.
No.
Or a livable amount of money.
And then, when the weather get bad, they want $25, $30, $40 for one night. And that's supposed to be my personal money. But all my personal money is being spent trying to get out of the weather when it's, anytime I can.
Right. Lastly, do you have any last words that you want to say while we're on this platform, while you have a voice to speak right now? They give me medication, they increase the medication, but every time they increase the medicine, they subtract from the amount they give me. Wow.
And I went to Social Security about it. I'm trying to go to Social Security before the week out, or early next week, and see if they allow me to be my own payee. Because, money talking, bullshit walk.
They do.
And if I got money and can prove I got money, there's no way they're not going to give me a place. See, they run around writing checks. They give folk more of my money than they give me. I don't get a receipt of my pay account. They keep telling I got a lot saved, but I'm walking. I'm 68 years old. I have no access to because they control it. But they keep telling me I got a lot, but they won't ever tell me how much it is.
Wow.
I just wanted them to know they had that carnivorous stimulus thing going. I'm due $8,800 from that, and they for some reason they gave everybody else there, but they didn't give me mine. I could buy me a car and live out of the van and be better off, and I could avoid them so I could start to deal with them like I need, like I'm okay with them being my payee or running in my business. They keep me running to them, so like so it make it like I'm okay with them being my business. But if they give me my money, I can stay away from them, and they'll know I don't feel like it's okay for them to be in my business.
Okay. Thank you for those that last thought, and this conversation has just brought up a lot of different thoughts and perspectives that I didn't really have when it came to homeless individuals, and I just do believe the system has failed you, especially like you said, it's you feel like you've done what you've needed to do to a certain extent to be able to at least get the money that you work for and that you deserve. So I'm truly distraught that you are going through this, and just to try my hardest to make your situation a little bit better. Ooh, excuse me, I got off balance right there. It's not much, but I can at least give you $10, sir.
All right.
And hopefully that can help you in your situation. I'm not rich by no means, but I do have a voice, I do have a platform, and I am able-bodied enough to make me a little bit of money. And I hope that you enjoyed the meal that we were able to give you. And I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Joe.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Payments no playing, we heard you was slacking, and I get that front end, back end, back end. I got your bitch trying to tap in, I made that bitch.
Could you just tell me back up with a second add to this?
Top Dub tapping out. Shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to everybody viewing. And yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones. Thank you. Peace.